Enter Gleebek. I can do this. I don't know who you are or why you're trying to kill us because we don't have your dumb plant monster thing anymore. But these are my friends, and you're not gonna kill them. So you showed up here and you tried to kill us, and then we tried to hit you with big heavy things, and that didn't work so good. So I ran you over with this fork truck, and now you're stuck against the wall, and you are stuck with me, mister.
Also, Xena has an army of zombies, lest we forget that.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, yeah.
That's the most excited I've ever seen Xena, and I'm a little frightened.
Look, I just want to make it clear. Me, out of character, super stoked. In character, terrified. I was like, I did not know that could happen.
Surprise, 4 zombies.
This is absolutely not the weirdest thing I have seen happen on a Tuesday, so, I mean...
Stranger things have happened. We're going to be okay.
The cracked mask with the pulsing piece of Drengir that has been exposed. He pulls out a second lightsaber, ignites it, a blue blade along with the red one, swings down and cleaves the forklift that you are on.
Is that a Drengir on his face?
It would appear so.
There's a Drengir on his face.
It's not
Yes,
even a face a mother could love.
I mean, I think if he had experienced any sort of affection, he would maybe not be trying to kill a bunch of people, if I had to guess.
These are all very sound observations. We should probably focus on the task at hand, though.
Yeah, he's got 2 lightsabers. That's not fair. Who carries around 2 lightsabers?
I don't know, somebody was compensating for something.
Show off.
Well, that's rude.
Go ahead then, sir.
I would go, but I don't know what the initiative order is.
Fucking hell.
As Gleebek would say.
Someday I will have a villain that gets to die with dignity. Today is not that day. Though he is nearly quivering with rage, the air around him is pulsing visibly just due to the sheer telekinetic force that he is throwing off. His connection to the dark side that you can now make an educated guess as to what it has been amplified through. You don't even know what you've done. Typical Jedi. You don't understand what you have endangered. This fight didn't need to happen. None of this should have. A galaxy could have gone about safely, never knowing what had happened, except you had to get involved.
Are we the baddies?
Nah, he started it. He tried to blow half of us up.
I remember that too.
I mean, like, yeah, if that thermal detonator didn't get tossed in there, I think we would have been fine.
Did you ever stop and think about all the pieces that were moving, everything in play that had to lead to one scientist carrying samples of the Drengir to show up in your ownership?
Rule number 7. If somebody tries to kill you, you try to kill them first.
I'd also like to point out that Hylam tried to talk to you on Nar Shaddaa and almost got blown up for it.
That is true. And, for that scientist to end up there, that's just the force, man. Can't control it. It's like a river.
Ew,
And if
you're
you try
sounding
to
like a Jedi.
Okay, all right. You know what?
You did kind of a little bit.
I was raised by one. What do you expect?
No, that's okay. You don't need to be embarrassed.
I have a question because I want to do something.
Is this an out-of-character question?
Yeah, is this a Hylam question or a GM question?
This is a GM question.
Okay.
How integrated is the Drengir with him?
It looks like it is fused to him.
Like, but are they still 2 separate consciousnesses, or is it one?
You know what? Give me a smarts roll.
So that's a D6. Hold on, I have this. Yeah.
Brought to you by.
We interrupt this actual play to say thank you to Wizard Dice. It's a raccoon with a wizard hat. Like,
Amazing.
if that's not enough, that it's like,
Sold.
you should do it.
The dice are great.
The 20 is a little raccoon with a wizard hat. That's the 20.
That's so good.
Dressed up raccoon in a wizard hat. Like, raccoon doing magic is an apt summary for our game, I think.
For sure.
Most games, yeah.
Wizard Dice, providers of fine dice for gamers everywhere.
Okay. That one was a 3 for the people that can't see this, which is everyone. and that one is a 6.
Okay.
Roll it again,
So
add
that
it up.
explodes. Roll it again.
Wait, so I
Exploding
okay.
dice, yo.
Okay.
The best part of this game.
That is upside down. That is a 2.
Okay, 7, 8. So that's a success and a raise.
Hell yeah.
Because you have been in their head and you have poked around places you shouldn't be, that is one consciousness. But you now understand that those other voices that were outside of their mind, that is the hive mind of the Drengir that he was keeping out. He is attached to the Drengir hive mind, even though he himself is an individual. And that wall of rage that you felt inside, that was basically the armor he put up to keep them out of his head.
Oops. So so Vesper, I don't want to hear any of this Jedi nonsense about not having to take a life, because he and the Drengir are pretty much one. They're pretty much merged with the Drengir hive mind. So it's he's we're gonna have to make his head excommunicado with his body.
Did you say that out loud? Well, I guess if he's talking to you, so yeah.
Yeah, I had to.
Are we gonna have inside brains time again?
I can't do that with him.
Yeah.
That's true. I'm sorry,
How?
Vesper.
Because we're operating on 5G and this guy's operating on 3G LTE.
Rude.
Wow.
Just rude.
Rude.
Hey, it's not my fault. That's how your force abilities work.
How can you who've seen it firsthand, get so close to the truth and still be so wrong? You of all people. You think you only saw inside my mind? You think I didn't see inside yours?
Oh, he's saying he saw the door without a baggage packed up in front
That's
of it.
not-
The door that
so-
was really hot?
We get it.
The Drengir threat. The Jedi could have ended it with the great intelligence. Instead, they locked it up. When the beacon fell and it was killed, they thought it was over. And none of them, none in the Order, have bothered to check what is stirring in the shadows. You've seen my memories. Did you ever think, why were the Drengir attacking the station? During the Nihil attack that brought it down, you've looked past everything that's been in front of you. The Drengir are not defeated. They are waiting. They are building. They are biding. And something is about to awaken from the corpse of the Starlight Beacon. Everything I needed to put a stop to that, you took. You destroyed. There's still hope for it. But the cost will be so much greater this time. The Drengir need to be purged. And if you're between me and that goal, you are an enemy. You, Hylam, of all people. I've seen inside your mind. You wanted to help. You wanted to save people. The Order was slow to act, and people died. You say the Force works, the Force brings things together. Here's your chance at redemption. Put down the greatest evil the galaxy has seen. And all you need to do is step aside. I don't have more time to waste with you. I underestimated you. And I won't be doing that again.
I think that there are other ways to help you.
Do you see how far down I have fallen? Do you know what it's like to be tied into something that touches nothing but the dark? Do you think I chose to walk this path? This put me on an irreconcilable path. I didn't walk the dark path. I was thrown down it and cast into it. And when I say I'm going to end the Drangir threat, that means all of them.
So, it ends with you then.
All of them. The end of my story is the end of the Drangir. This curse is also what lets me tap into the power to destroy them, step aside, or die.
Give us 1 second to think about it.
Oh yeah, cool. Let's all smoke real quick. Just get on space TikTok. Yeah, you guys do what you need to do.
I think he's probably only got about another 30 minutes before he bleeds out if we don't do something about what I did to him with that truck. I am game to help destroy the drinker. I am also game to make this so there's not a fight anymore. Like Jenna always says, rule number 7. If you can kill somebody if you think you're going to start a fair fight.
That's a fair rule.
Hylam was kind of like mulling things over, like deactivated both lightsabers, just like thinking.
My internal conflict is Vesper wouldn't just kill a person in cold blood, but also if Vesper like had a mind to believe that Ashakor's journey was going to result in the death of more innocent people, he would have to intervene and do something.
Should we try using the power of friendship and look at his brain again?
Somebody who's skilled in doing that would probably be wise to do so.
I could make all of my zombies hold hands.
It'll be like us. Just
Hylam is going to ask Xena and Gleebek to, well, Gleebek, you're gonna, I guess, put your hand on Hylam's, I guess, arm, because I don't think you can reach his shoulder. And Xena could put your hand on Hylam's shoulder.
But we're gonna hold hands. It'll be like the first time Jonah took me across a parking lot.
And I'm just gonna say, let the force flow freely through you, and then I'm gonna reach into Ashakor's mind.
Before you roll, what are you trying to accomplish? What do you want out of this?
I want to see the truth of what he's saying, because he was saying that what he saw was the fall of Starlight Beacon, and what I saw was a plague and fire and death.
Yeah, you did. But all right.
Should we have my brain
From a
be the
certain
brain that
point
touches
of
his
view.
brain directly, so that if he wanders around, he's wandering around in mine instead of your guys?
Are you going to just try to make that intrusion without saying anything to Ashakor, or are you gonna?
Yeah, I'm gonna say, then let us inside of your spirit and don't fight, and we're gonna see the truth of your intentions.
Even though the mask is covering most of their face still, you can tell there's a wry smile, but the kind of smile that doesn't touch the eyes. Do what you will, but be careful.
Okay. Is that a spirit roll?
correct.
Because it is, spirit roll.
Okay,
Spirit roll.
that's
Well,
that's
it'd be faith
this is-
because that's the power.
Or faith,
associated
yeah.
with
Yeah.
Faith
force.
is the power.
I got a 7 and a 3.
And I think that Vesper just looks over at Hylam and says, "Let me know what you see."
Were you trying to like send a secret message or something there?
Is more just like be prepared without having to say
Okay.
be prepared.
Right.
Okay, just making sure. All right. And that's an additional one from Xena and Gleebek helping out for a total of 9, which is success with a raise. I don't know what that raise is going to do yet, but we'll figure it out. Or if anybody who's hiding or jaunting around in a brain at any point thinks, you know what, this is what that raise should do, feel free to speak up. But otherwise, you step into that memory and being ready for it, less overwhelmed. This time, it is Starlight Beacon. Some of you have been there, some of you haven't. It is not the shining jewel that most people would know it as, at least prior to its burning and crashing through an atmosphere of the planet below. But blood, death, screams, fire. Starlight Beacon security fighting against a oncoming swarm of the Drangir monsters. Jedi doing their best to hold the line. And the station, you can feel something is off. The gravity isn't quite right. And the damage is more than just what it looks like should be from this small battle. Readings, the entire station is in ruin. And that about lines up with the Nihil attack that brought Starlight Beacon crashing into the planet below. But what was a terrorist attack that simply resulted in the destruction of the station, there's nothing on the records about Drangir having been in there or involved in any way. Yet sure enough, in Ashakor's memory, here they are. With the Drangir trying to get past them, and then, well, you were part of the Felt Rebellion. You know what hold the line looks like, and you don't hold the line when it's going very poorly looks like.
I think we might have jumped to some hasty conclusions.
You've all seen this play out one way or another. The battle going, the Drangir coming down on somebody, except this time you have a bit of a third-person perspective. You're no longer seeing that memory through its eyes. You're seeing it more as it's being shared, as it's remembered, with a more willing host this time. But one Jedi, one of the last ones standing, doing everything they can to fend off and fail one of those monsters, the teeth coming down. They contact, they break skin. And what could have turned into a fatal wound is stopped as the station begins to rip apart. A hole is torn in the bulkhead as Drangir is sucked out explosively. And someone that, though you don't know why you know, that's Ashakor. Managing to hold on to a lightsaber with one hand and grabbing purchase wherever they can in the station, simply trying to avoid being sucked out into space at this point. And then everything just starts getting a little fuzzy. And then the memory is gone.
But everybody else noticed that that last Jedi was like really, really ridiculously good looking.
You find yourself in a void. Somewhere that is just empty. The space between memories. As wearing the black robes, but without the mask, sure enough is the Jedi that you just saw get sucked out into space. Or almost. You've seen it before. And there it is again. I don't know how I survived that crash. I don't know how I survived when everybody else aboard the beacon died. But I woke up on the planet's surface with this. Happy to be alive at first. And then they kept creeping in. I can hear them. I can see everything they can do. I see their hive mind, the people they take, the colonies they wipe out, the incessant hunger and the desire to do nothing but feed and propagate. As if we didn't lose enough to them already. Still, they are here. The Order was keeping the intelligence locked away, back in stasis, physically perhaps, but its mind still reached out. Its kin attempted to free it. They failed, only because of a conveniently timed attack by the Nihil. If it weren't for that act about terrorism, we would be back in the middle of the Drengir onslaught, and so much worse, because you do not realize how far they have spread and how many of them are sleeping or waiting.
I would like to apologize for setting you on fire with the engine exhaust of a spaceship, and also trying to drop a shipping container on you, and also hitting you with a spaceport truck and stabbing you with a lightsaber.
In fairness, though, opening a door with thermal detonators, not a vibe. Like, you could have made a better first impression too. I think this is a two-way thing, and
This is what we call a failure in communication. Bad first impressions all around. So yeah, what the hell did you say, Vesper? I don't even remember anymore.
I was asking because they said you have no idea like what kind of stuff's going on, and then I said, and you do, because of this guy putting together the pieces, saying the obvious thing out loud as like the narrative device. Like,
Gotcha.
While you may be correct that the Drengir threat needs to be eliminated, you're not doing it for any galaxy-saving altruistic reason. You're doing it for revenge. Revenge, you've tried to make a passion. Revenge isn't a passion. It's a disease that eats at your mind and poisons your soul.
The lengths it takes to keep this from going any further. It is hate. It is everything we were warned about as Padawans. And right now it's the only thing keeping me from turning to them.
If you let yourself be consumed by vengeance, you've already lost everything that you
Being
once were.
consumed by the plants is so much better.
I start slowly taking a step forward, and I say, this is how we're going to win. Not by killing what we hate, but by saving what we love. And I slowly extend a hand, and I put it on the Drengir that is on his face, and I'm going to use drain power points and use my connection to the wound in the Force to try and draw all of the Force energy out of the Drengir.
Oh, fuck.
Forgot I had that shit, didn't you?
On today's list of shit I did not see happening today.
And I want to assist that by using Morichiro on the Drengir itself and putting it to sleep.
Well, fuck. All right. Give me your rolls.
All right.
Actually, let's roll initiative.
That's fair, because I'm absolutely about to get stabbed if this doesn't work. So, and he went in knowing that.
So we've got 3 people in his brain space, and then we've got Jana and Vesper outside in the hangar.
It took 2 bennies, but I got a 9. Oh, well, if it does go to combat, Jana shot first, so we love that.
Yeah. So Jana, you have, you've heard and seen everything going on, but as Vesper attempts to reach out to not so lovingly caress the Dark Jedi's face, it is obvious that you sit there and think that, you know what, maybe if anybody here ever tried explaining what they were going to do and asking consent first before doing something, people wouldn't automatically respond with violence. But instead, it looks like the Jedi is about to try to, or the Dark Jedi is about to try to kill everybody because the Jedi didn't ask for consent or explain what they were doing and just started doing Jedi stuff.
Yeah, that was my name.
And so now it's about to go to hell in a handbasket again. But yeah. What do you do?
What is the Jedi doing? The Dark Jedi doing right now? Are they reaching for?
Well,
so basically, it's about to be a fight. It is a fight now. Lightsabers being brandished, gentle caresses of the face being brandished towards plant monsters.
Sounds like Star Wars.
Yeah.
Vesper just said, "Wait, I can fix him."
3 episodes ago, you guys told me that I shouldn't say that.
What episodes?
It's what I'm having right now. Having an episode.
Oh God, Zena's laughing.
I did it!
Sorry.
Yes!
I'm sorry.
The character arc complete! Alright, so...
You could shoot You can shoot first if you want, or you can just like hang out and see what happens and wait and take your turn after some shit happens.
Well, I was thinking, can I try and shoot like one of them? How many lightsabers does he have? Two?
Two.
Too
Right,
many.
okay, fair.
Yes, two.
Can I try? Am I in the right angle to like try and shoot his hand?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna try and shoot one of his hands that have the lightsaber.
We love a good hand dismemberment.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna say make your shooting roll, but at a -2 penalty, and that will be versus his parry.
They rolled a 4 and a 1.
Can I spend a Benny?
You can absolutely spend a Benny to reroll.
With
It's even
the dice.
worse.
Yes. Gonna spend another Benny, or gonna just live with it?
I'm gonna try one more time.
All right.
I believe in you.
I do too.
Damn, it's the same.
Happens.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Happens
The
to
force
best
was
of
not
us.
with you this time. You shoot the heavy blaster. However, they are just able to kind of deflect the shot real quick, rather than taking it in the handle where you had aimed. And Gleebek, your turn.
While it's deflecting laser shots while I still got my hand, I said, "Wait, I can fix him! Wait! It's all going to hell too fast!"
Would you like me to remove the large piece of metal from your body?
I don't think that's a good idea.
You're asking him that while you're in his like in his brain space, in the psychic space. Okay.
Also, was he just monologuing with a forklift through him the whole time?
Uh-huh.
I thought he had. This
Metal
is
as
anime
fuck.
as fuck.
Yeah.
Pretty sure
Force is strong for
stuck
this
to the
one.
wall, kind of like, like.
I mean, it was a
some kind of-
it wasn't like a full impalation. It was like a grazing impalation.
Okay.
So partial
Sort of-
impalation. I don't know.
Sort of like a thumbtack
It didn't hit a lung,
sticking
obviously,
something
because
to a
he can
wall.
talk. He is probably not going to answer you if that's all you're doing. However, from his reactions in here, you can tell that he reacted to a threat. Even though you can't really see what's going on out in the real world where your body's on.
You're gonna use the force to pull it out of him.
You would have to get out of his brain first.
Yeah.
You are literally trapped inside his psyche at the moment.
I can't just leave. I can't just hang up.
He seems to be not letting you just leave.
Okay.
It's
Opposed
he
faith?
made the yeah. You can try to get out with an opposed roll.
Okay. So, I can't fix your body. I'm pretty sure I can't fix your brain. I'm coming in for a hug, and I know this is gonna suck, but I think it's gonna be worth it. For my friends, at least.
And so Gleebek is basically going to try to mentally handcuff him, like, because it's avatars, right? And so
Yeah.
he's gonna like restrain his ability to respond emotionally.
I will actually consider this, I think, a test of wills.
Okay, how do I do that?
Pretty much the same thing. You just make the roll.
Post spirit. Okay.
Yeah, in this case, a test of wills is basically you can pretty much render somebody shaken the same way you would like dealing damage, except you do it with any skill you can justify to me by doing something to distract or hinder. So you could just try to force energy him. You could like try to distract him with sick dance moves. Whatever the case is, you do you.
Dance
But,
off, bro.
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Dance battle is
I-
so beautiful.
We're going in for the hug.
Go for it.
Okay.
That's what we're gonna do. Right, so, we're gonna roll a d6, and then I get to roll it again. Because, it's, I'm a wild card. That's a 3. That's a 1. We're gonna spend a funnel. This is not acceptable.
Yeah, dice are not liking you guys
Yeah,
today.
we're not
Whoa.
rolling great.
How was this? I'm gonna spend another gun. 5. That's more like it. And 3. So, we're going with a 5. Take that.
Really? I lost that. Okay.
Ah.
One short.
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
they do have
Ashakor gets a
bennies.
4 to your 5. They do. You know what? I should roll. I'm going to use a Benny. Thanks for reminding me. Friend of the bad guys.
Hey, that's one less Benny they have to use somewhere else. So
Yes, and I also got a 5. Yeah, Defender wins because there's actually an edge to win in the event of a tie. So as you move in for the hug to distract him, he simply manages to keep you at bay. Vesper,
I
your
thought it was
turn.
funny.
all right.
But you didn't get to do the thing from before, so then no Bennys would.
Well, now he's doing it.
Well, yeah, I got a 9 on that,
Yeah, that's right.
which is it's opposed. So if you can roll a 10 or better, then
Oh, that one is opposed?
yeah, because it's
Okay.
it's drain power points is what I'm using.
Opposed by spirits.
Correct. Well, it'd be spirit. You gotta be fucking kidding me. I'm so mad.
Yeah. Well, that's an 11, which is higher than a 9. Yeah. As you move in, grabbing at the Drankier growth and begin trying to pull the essence of it into the void in the force that you carry with you. And he reacts to that. It is definitely not comfortable for him, but it's not comfortable for you either, as you are not quite ready for exactly how much is hiding behind that almost innocuous little pulsing scar. As you touch it, there are multitudes beyond it. There are voices and sensations, and most of all, there is the dark side of the Force in a quantity you cannot fathom. You're able to pull back before it does anything, before it consumes you, before you simply end up another part of it. And with that warning in place, you might maybe have a better go of it next time. But simply put, between him resisting because he did not know what you were doing and you not being ready for what it is you were encountering, it was unsuccessful at the moment.
All right, fair enough.
And yeah, that was a whole lot of words to say. It didn't work.
It was beautiful words. So
Thank
glad
you.
it didn't work.
Thank you.
Actually,
So, I'm going to try to kill Vesper. That seems like what I
Good.
want to do.
Good. Let me have it.
So, yeah.
I made a calculated
so-
risk, guys, and man, am I bad at math.
Yep, I'm just going to try to stab you. Actually, I'm going to just try to run you through twice. What is your parry?
It is a 5. I don't like. That's too many dice. It's
Alright, as he comes in with the one lightsaber, which was a little off balance from John taking a shot at it, it misses. The other one, however, he brings in, no problem, making that connection. And that's gonna be an extra D6.
it's been nice knowing y'all.
Actually, wait, for him it's an extra D8.
Can I spend a Benny to dive into this?
No, because
No.
you're in his brain.
I'm
Normally, I would let you try stuff, but not this
look.
time.
I'm super good with this. If this is how it happens, I'm super good with it.
Oh, good.
Well, that's
Oh,
good
good.
because it happened with that
Oh, good.
17 damage.
Well, so yeah, toughness 5, so that's 1 wound, and I had 2 wounds. Wait, so 5, 9, 13. Yeah, so that would be. What's your rule? How many wounds can I take before your rule kicks in? Okay, so I'm shaken with
up to
2 wounds.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay,
you
so
probably
Brandon-
did like stab me, and it's probably like not like immediate, but like yeah, it's definitely a nasty stab.
Oh man, Vesper's about to go to the Qui-Gon farm.
Holy shit!
All right.
I had 1 wound from last time, which actually puts me at 3 wounds. So if I get
You
hit,
probably
if I
need to make a soak roll.
well, yeah, I'm out of bennies,
How are you out of bennies? We
Because-
just, like,
He spent 2 to get the 9.
and then I had to do 1 to unshake this last turn. So yeah, if I get stabbed, if I take another wound, I'm going down.
So I'm going to try and because he's not letting us out of his head, right?
No. You can't tell if that's intentional or if that's simply a byproduct of how defensive his barriers are inside his head.
Hey, remember that raise I didn't use for getting inside his head? I'm gonna use it now. I'm gonna get a doorway so that we can get out.
I'm not going to grant you an automatic success, but I'll let you try.
So that'd be a spirit roll, right?
Yep.
Okay. Can I get help with Xena since she's in there with me and Gleebek tried to
You want to delay until Xena's turn, which would be right after you. So if you guys want to try to teamwork that, yes, you could.
Yeah. I don't know what
Unless
else.
Xena wants to do something else inside his brain. You're
I don't
in
know
a
what
dude's
else.
brain and you're a witch.
You could
Like,
set him
I
on
feel
fire.
like you could do something.
Turn him into a
Oh.
zombie.
True.
Xena, do you want out or should I just get out and help Vesper not die?
I gotta think about what I would want to do though.
If you made the
So-
decision that you did not want to save Vesper, it would be you playing to type, and I would not blame you. Like,
All right, I'm
Yeah.
gonna roll now. Wait, do I have the right ones?
How marvelous a world.
Yeah,
would it be
okay, I
if
do have the
Vesper
right
owes his life to Xena.
Alternatively, she
I
could
don't like
bring
that
back
laugh.
the zombie.
We got an 8 and a 4.
I'm kind of into zombie Vesper as a concept. I'm not gonna lie.
8 and a 4.
Yeah. So what do I do with the 8? Do I re-roll? Do I roll the 8?
Was it an 8 on a d8?
Yeah.
Oh, then yeah, you roll again.
Okay. 6.
Nice. Yeah. You are able to overcome the barrier that he has in his brain enough to get your consciousness out of his. And with that raise, you can leave it open for one other person as well.
I'm gonna do that.
So you are back in your body, standing precariously close to a impaled Vesper. Oh my god. He's got a blue lightsaber.
God, I'm gonna have a flashback to seeing someone else get run through with a lightsaber.
And Xena, your turn.
Okay.
Follow Hylam. Have your zombies chew on him.
But I can't. Can I control them from inside of their head?
No, I'm going to say no. just
Okay,
because
that's what
he's
I
got a flaw.
figured. So I wasn't gonna do anything with them. I think I want to use confusion. Confusion confounds a target, making him both distracted and vulnerable if he fails a smarts roll.
Ooh,
I like that.
smart's not the spirit. That might be a smart thing to do. And what happens if they fail that?
Making him both distracted and vulnerable.
Oh, hey, look at that! There's statuses I can click right here.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, do I?
Oh.
Okay, so that's a spirit or a faith roll, then.
Yeah. So what I'm doing is normally you would have things like gang up bonuses. I'm basically going to consider, because there has been so much happening to him, that you actually basically are getting bonuses to attacking him as if you were like multiple melee combatants, except you're attacking his brain or consciousness or whatever. So
Okay.
yeah. Let's see. Distracted. They subtract 2 from all trait rolls until the end of their next turn. And vulnerable actions and attacks against the target are made at +2 until the end of the next turn. Okay, so basically they're at -2 to all of their rolls, and you guys are at +2 to all of your rolls against them. Does that just last for one turn?
It says
Okay.
both states are removed at the end of the victim's next turn.
Alright.
Put on an initiative.
Yes. And... Ooh. But Janna at the top again. Janna, you pull more aces than anybody else I have seen.
Way to go, boss.
Is it my turn again to try and shoot this guy? I don't know what else I could do.
You could chuck a lightsaber at him.
I love the idea of Jana like chucking and not even igniting the lightsaber, but chucking the hilt at him just to hit him with.
Can I do that?
Absolutely.
I chuck the lightsaber at him as hard as I can.
Are you actually going to ignite it first, or just like throw it like a club?
I'll just throw it at him like a throwing star.
Hey, look, we even have improvised weapon on your sheet. So that would be a
A
athletics
fighting
roll, actually.
instead of. Oh yeah, it is. It's you
Yeah.
use athletics instead. That's what it is. That's the ability instead of
Yeah.
shooting, and you get a +2. Remember, because of the conditions.
You can. You were throwing the lightsaber, and were you doing something else? I don't, because you can take up to 3 actions in a turn.
Oh, I can?
Yeah, so like you can throw a lightsaber.
Can
I
I-
guess you can't throw a lightsaber 3 times, but like you could throw a lightsaber and shoot twice. You just take progressive penalties as you do more
Okay,
things.
yeah, I was thinking of okay, yeah, let me do that then. Throw the lightsaber and then take like 2 shots from my blaster
Okay.
since I did.
So penalty
So
minus
normally,
4.
if you're gonna take 3 actions, it's gonna be -4. But with the +2, that would be -2 across the
Yeah.
board. So you
So roll
you could either
athletics
take
at a -2.
you could either take 1 shot at no penalty or 2 shots at a -2 penalty for both of them at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll go all out and do 2 shots.
Hell yeah!
So do athletics at a -2, and then 2 shooting rolls at -2.
And then one more.
And then 1 more.
Explode, baby. Hey, there we go. Hey, there we go.
Finally!
9.
Yeah. So, the lightsaber that you throw hits him, but kind of off center. One blaster shot goes wide, the other one hits him. Roll damage on that second blaster shot. And actually, that would be roll with raise.
Hell
Okay,
yeah!
one.
Okay.
Wait, I have to do.
Oh.
Wait, am I good?
Yes.
You're good.
And there's
Actually,
also
yeah,
armor
you're good.
piercing too, so don't forget that as well.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so you fire the blaster at them and catch that second shot hits them right about where the forklift wound is, having none of their external armor really protecting them. And Xena and Gleebek, who are still in... Xena, were you still in the set?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Mhm.
Both of you you feel like this place is coming apart, as you can get out if you want with no additional action. You can try to stay in if you want. But he is, you can tell, injured and distracted enough that he is no longer focusing on anything in here, and he is also injured enough that those barriers he has built up in his mind to keep the Drengir out are failing. So that means the barriers also aren't up to keep you from returning your consciousness to your bodies, but you could stay in if you wanted for some weird reason. Just throwing that out there. And oh hey, it's his turn. Vesper and Jana and Hylam can see this at the very least. Actually, you two, did you want to drop out? Because you can basically do that now as a free action, or you can hang around and wait and see or whatever.
I'm gonna get out.
Same.
Okay. As all of you are now back in the hangar bay, as those barriers he had in place, keeping the Drengir out and keeping that connection to the dark side from completely overwhelming him, is gone. Everybody, give me, in order, a spirit check, and then if you succeed at that, an agility check.
Got a 7,
Agility,
got a
I
5.
feel like this is bad.
and for my agility, I got a
And the-
0.
I said I need a 4 better.
Yep, just a 4 better. Did everybody make the spirit roll?
Yes.
Okay. In that case, everybody then make the agility roll as a blast of force simply rushes off of him. Shipping containers thrust aside, moorings being pulled out. And
I got a
No.
I got a 4 and a 6.
I'm gonna
This is making up for last round where I did
Yeah.
terrible on rolls.
gonna spend a penny to do
Wait, so does
again.
that 6 explode? Because it's a
yeah,
natural.
you don't need to roll though, because it's just a 4.
Okay.
Nice.
16.
Yeah, and I don't see Jana and Gleebek's agilities?
I got a 4.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yep.
Oh, that's right, because you rolled actual dice.
Okay,
And
but
Actual dice from Wizard
rolled
Dice.
two, yes.
I just
So
wanted
Jones roll.
I just
Okay,
want it to
well.
be known that when I do dodge this force blast, I'm going to do it with the exaggerated swagger of a black team.
I'll write that into the session notes. It'll be in there.
We should write a list of like references that we make that
Yeah.
other people don't understand.
I'm just picturing Captain America's list. And there's, like,
Know that reference.
black culture.
Jonna, did you get the agility roll? This entire time, the dice have always been like, you explode and murder things, or horrible misses.
Jonna got that amazing shot on like session 5, and everything's been trying to even it out since then.
I know.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a success. All right.
We're live!
Huzzah.
So, you are all able to duck, cover, or deflect one way or another, or in the case of our hut, kind of just like turn sideways a little bit and let things bounce off. But what becomes extremely problematic is when that force wave hits hard enough and cracks open the hangar, exposing it to the atmosphere of Kessel outside. You have a choice to make. Ashakor is at death's door at this point, muttering or yelling. It's hard to tell at this point, but talking and not to himself, and it is not a peaceable conversation at the very least, as well as severely wounded, probably going to die in the very near future, unless somebody does something about that. No, I'm not hinting at anything. I'm just making sure you know. Like, finish him off for all I care. I gotta say goodbye. And if you do not get out of here very quickly, meaning you've got about a round until you start making rolls against some really nasty shit. Yeah, the hangar is very quickly filling with poison, essentially. Ashakor is at death's door, and y'all have a choice to make.
I want to immediately tackle Ashakor and look back and say, "Get out of here."
Yeah, I'm not going to allow that.
We're doing this again, are we?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Listen, I'm not. And he like gesturing to his wounds and says, "I'm not gonna make it either way. Somebody has to make sure that this is taken care of, and you all don't need to pay the price for this."
Yeah.
Who's next on initiative?
We're no longer in initiative. Combat's over.
I'm going to be like, okay, yeah, no need for this nobility. Xena, have some zombies drag.
God
Vesper.
God damn it with the logical
The zombies.
solutions!
Great idea.
You're playing with a lawyer. What did you expect?
Amazing.
And then I'm going to, because I still have my handy dandy flamethrower. I'm gonna send Ashakor. Wait, hold on. What's the castle atmosphere like?
Is it flammable?
That's what I want to know.
Probably not. No.
Okay.
Star
So
Wars,
then
Oppenheimer.
Yeah. So then I'm going to use
Justice for
my
Leo's
flamethrower on him. You know, in a merciful way. I don't know what.
So you're mercy killing him with a flamethrower.
It's the way
But
to
the
kill the
zombie sounds
Drinker.
fun though.
Yeah, but I don't know if the zombies can kill the Drinker, but I know
Can we
fire
do
can.
both? Can you like sick the zombies
Look.
first and then burn
Well,
them
how many zombies do you have, Xena?
I don't know how many zombies it's gonna take to
Eight?
kill him, but I
Oh.
know how
I think
many
it's
she's
8.
gonna use.
Oh, 8, yeah.
Yeah.
and 8.
So I would say maybe like 3 to carry Vesper, and then the rest to stomp out the flaming corpse of Ashakor.
I think that Vesper, while being dragged out by zombies, is very much protesting the fact that he was robbed of a heroic death.
Yeah.
He's like, this is not the vibe.
All right.
Gleebek is gonna
So-
hop on top of Vesper's wounded body.
No, this is fine. This is fine.
Start
This
doing
is sort of like the
CPR.
finger lightning, but it's different. Hold
Look,
on.
I've seen how you fix ships. I don't think I want you trying to fix me.
Too late.
Just a little duct tape.
And so Gleebek is going to extend force into Vesper to fix him.
I said I can fix them.
God damn it. Do you actually have
So,
healing
Sean.
as one of your abilities?
I have
Okay.
finger lightning and I have fixing people.
All right.
Give me that roll.
All right.
Critical fail.
Spirit.
Vesper dies immediately.
Got a story for that later.
I'm just
3.
imagining this like instead of a stretcher, he's on like 3 zombies.
Just so you know,
I envision them dragging him and then
one
just
zombie,
Gleebek hops
actually,
on
one
him like
zombie
he's a
is
sled.
the stretcher.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's
the
exactly what I was
zombie
thinking.
carried.
Like you
Yeah.
got him by the arms and the legs with Vesper on top of the zombie that's been carried by the
Yeah.
other 2 zombies.
So when you were making a heal check, you also actually with magical healing, which is what force stuff would count as. I don't think he actually has to roll against your wounds. So I think it's just activation of the power. So yeah, you just need to get a 4.
No, well, it hasn't exploded yet. Hold on. 6 plus 2 is 8. I got a success with a raise. Vesper is better looking than he was a day ago.
Yeah.
That's a very low bar, but
You're welcome.
And then Gleebek is still just like sitting on your stomach.
Yeah,
Okay.
as you are standing on top of Vesper, which can't be very comfortable for the guy who has been shot and impaled. But
No, but I fixed it.
yeah, it doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. And Xena, as your force zombies are carrying Vesper out with Gleebek riding on top of him, performing force surgery. As Jana, are you just like peacing out as well, or?
I'm peacing out. I got space chicken to find.
Yeah.
Let's
As you
finish
head on
this
out,
shit.
as 5 other zombies go and begin putting the boots to Ashakor, who is already critically injured and near death.
Is it
as-
crispy yet?
As then Hylam, the pacifist, uses his stolen Mandalorian wrist flamer to burn him into, well, crispy, probably not ash, but it's definitely not good and it's getting there. As at this point, I just imagine there are now 5 on fire zombies continuing to stomp on him.
So, guys, I'm thinking for like the next time we meet somebody that we think might be trying to kill us, that we maybe talk to them before we murder them. Just
I
in case.
tried.
I'm with Hylam on this one. I feel like we definitely did the best that we could. Everything happened very fast.
I tried, and he said, "Do this or die." And in my experience, you don't want to do that with that kind of person. You get out of Dodge.
Seems like a
I'm just
reasonable
saying,
person
like-
would have provided the context needed to understand the situation. Also, thanks for like saving me. I kind of thought that I've kind of felt like I wasn't part of the group for a while, and so like now I feel like maybe I am. So thanks for that. I'm not
You're
gonna
welcome.
like make a big deal out of it or anything, but I appreciate it.
With it. So, like, the last time I slept, like 4 days ago, I had a dream about a future that didn't happen. And so, like, there was that one hut that, Jenna obliterated with a single shot. I think he
crazy.
wanted to be our friend,
Whose friend?
or us collectively.
Do you think they just opened the door and they were just trying to help us take the yacht? Like they were like, "Hey, we hate Chaska too. Go ahead, take the yacht," and we just shot him without talking to him.
That's
There's still a lot of poison happening around.
Oh, I
here.
thought we were at the ship, or are we just running?
Oh no, you gotta get out here because if you remember, you guys
I've been
broke
talking
the
right.
door.
It's not like I'm doing anything important
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, but you are able to get out of here, unfortunately, because the rest of Ashakor's men are in here. Pretty much everybody that runs the cartel here in Kessel that's between you and your ship has been pretty brutally murdered. Other than probably your friend Leoric and the guy she was hanging out with, and they probably got in his space yacht and left.
Knowing
You are able
Leoric,
to,
they have already found someplace comfortable with a bed and alcohol, so it was probably
yeah,
fine.
Probably.
yeah. Meanwhile, you need to get Xena somewhere with a shower. But as you get safely back to your ship, as everybody on this part of Kessel at least has far more important things to worry about than just a couple more stragglers try to get out of the way of all the things going wrong right now. For those of you that were in his mind palace, you are able to sift through some of what you felt. And part of those voices, while they were multitudes, there was one very strong one you could hear stirring on the surface of the planet Irem, the place where the Starlight Beacon fell.
Everybody that's watched this far, I want to say thank you on behalf of everybody and the business and everything else. And so, if you wouldn't mind, it helps us out if you share this with friends, so that we can hit thresholds and keep producing this content. I got to work with some fantastic people around this. Everybody did so many things, and it was so fantastic. And so this concludes our first season. We're really looking forward to do more. We've got a bunch of stuff planned, but we're really going to need your help to do more. And so watch, share, tell people about it. Thank you again for sticking with us this long, and I hope we will continue to see you as we, make some more stuff and expand this whole Better Than a Stick game, whatever it's going to be.